Hi guys, welcome back to Party in the Patio. Today's just going to be a quick video. I am just going to transfer my little baby Anthurium winlangi. I don't even know how to say it, but it'll be in the it'll be in the description what the name is. Into Pawn. I am a little nervous doing it because it's really small, and I'm not going to use my regular pond setup. I'm going to just use a pot with holes in it and a saucer, and I'm just gonna make sure that I keep the saucer filled with water, just because the pot that I have is a 5-inch pot and it's way too big for this little baby. So fingers crossed this goes well, because I'll be very sad if it dies, as I say about all my plants. But yeah, it's just because it's so little. I don't really think I'm going to have to rinse the roots off in this. I'm not really sure. I'll have to check. And I actually might pull this out of the moss and just boycott this whole thing because I haven't taken it out yet to see what the roots actually look like. And the puppies are going to start barking because they fully hear and fully see now. And anytime you walk in and out of a room, they'll cry for you. So I'm actually surprised they're not crying right now. But oh, I should have had my... you know what? I'm not really sure there's going to be enough roots in here. It's just, right now, it's just in moss and perlite. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to not, I don't think, do this right now because I'm not really seeing any roots. I'm just seeing the moss. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as is for maybe another couple weeks because I don't want to hurt it by doing it too early. Okay, scratch that. Well, I have a few other things I was gonna show you, so we'll just skip to that. I have a bunch of new leaves on some of my, well, definitely one alocasia. I have another leaf, and my varicosum, I'm going to actually have to take it out of my Millsbo cabinet because it is touching the grow lights and it is just producing new leaves left and right. So let me go get those, and I guess it'll just be kind of a show and tell today instead of instead of actually repotting anything. I don't think that I have anything else that I wanted to repot today. I don't believe that I do. Yeah, so sorry about that. She's going back in the cabinet because she's still too tiny. She does have a really cute, I don't know if you can see it, she does have a really cute aerial root right here that's kind of going down into the moss. So that's pretty cool. And then actually another one right there. I know you can't see it. Hopefully my son can zoom it in once I film it. She's going back in the cabinet, and let me go get a few of my other updates that I wanted to show you guys, that things are doing really well. The things that I've transferred into Pawn are loving it. So as you can see, the varicosum is going bananas. It is loving, it's not in Pawn, it is loving cabinet life, but it is too big for the cabinet. So now I'm a little concerned. I do have a Vigo humidifier in here, and I do have a Levoit humidifier in here, but there's two rooms that connect with French doors, and the French doors are open. It's very difficult to keep the humidity up in these two rooms. I think the highest I can get in this room is 60 right now, but I don't know. Do I really want to bring in the third humidifier in here? I mean, I don't want to start growing mold on the walls, but anyway, I am a little nervous about taking it out of the Millsbo, but as you can see, she is giant. Well, for me, she's giant. And I definitely need to extend this moss bowl. Maybe I'll do that today. I won't do it on camera, though. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards, because it's basically just putting moss in the already made pole and just attaching it. So yeah, I'll probably do that today because she's loving life. I'm so happy. I mean, this is my favorite, well, I don't want to say my favorite, but it's my favorite plant. I just think the leaves are just, oh, beautiful. they're just so beautiful. And the patio, that's kind of where the whole party in the patio, and my real love for plants. When I saw this, I was just breathtaking. I mean, I started out with
You're breathtaking.
Normal house plant, pothos, and I got a spider plant, I got a snake plant, I got a ficus, I got the fiddle leaf fig, I got the normal plants. But then I started really getting into watching people and learning more and more about plants, and this one just, when I saw it, took my breath away. I was just like, I don't know what it is, I have to have it. And yes, so anyway, this is the growth. I'm just going to move her over here, I think, for now, and then I'll go get a couple of the other my other plants. But I just want to remember, I want to put that on a pole, so I'm just going to move her off to the side. Plus, she's beautiful to look at, so I don't mind her being there. Let me see what else I want to get. I know I believe it was my silver dragon. It might have been my Maharani, though. Let me check. I'm not sure. One of them just got a brand new leaf. And oh, you know what I haven't showed you guys yet is I have birds of paradise. I have 3 birds of paradise. I have 2 2 orange ones and 1 white one. Because I didn't realize that they were different, and I really liked the leaves on both of them. And when I bought the first one, it was a 2-pack, so I got 2 orange ones, and then I realized that the white one had different shaped leaves. I mean, it's not crazy different, but they're different. I don't know that I'll ever get them to flower in the conditions we have here, but I would like to see. So I'll show you those, and I don't know. Let me go see what I can find to show you. These are my bird of paradise. I got them, they were probably as big as this leaf right here, which I just noticed is yellowing a little bit. They're directly in front of humidifiers, so I can't get them more humid than that. I don't know, but this one is the orange. And you can see that the leaves are a little bit more narrow and long. They're long and narrow, where these are a little bit more paddle-like. They're a little bit wider, and this is the new leaf that I just got off this. And it's getting a new leaf right here in the middle. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you too is my Portadora gave me a new leaf. So I'll bring that one out. That's in pawn, and it is loving life in pawn. So yeah, these are my birds of paradise. I love them. I want them to get giant. Again, I don't know where I will put them once they are giant, but if I could get them to flower, that would be fabulous as well. I would really like that. I'm not so much into flowers, but I would like to be able to, get one of them to flower. This is the Alocasia Portadora that I have recently transferred into pawn, and it gave me this new leaf right here, and it is huge compared to the other ones. I thought the other ones were big, and they are for what it started out as, but yeah, I'm really excited. It's really doing well in pawn. It is right in front of my south-facing window, and it is just loving life. So I'm very happy I transferred that to pawn. And most of my alocasias that I've transferred in pawn are like loving it. So I'm very excited because I hear alocasias are very tricky, and I was so nervous to get alocasia. I had put it off, and finally I fell in love with the Jacqueline. Oh, that's what I can show you, my Jacqueline. When I got my Jacqueline, I got it from Green Escape, and I swear the leaf was like that big. I have a before picture, I'll show you. I was really disappointed. I think I cried because they showed pictures, and they were probably about that size of a leaf, and I was like, okay, that's little, and I can start with that. And when it came, it was so tiny. I was so disappointed. But I do really enjoy watching little tiny plants, grow. I guess I just had anticipation that it was going to be a little bit bigger. And everybody on YouTube was saying how they go to Lowe's and they can find the alocasias there. And my son actually works there, and no Jacqueline alocasias. I should specify they do have alocasias, and I have got many from them. But yeah, it was so tiny, but yeah, it's still tiny, don't get me wrong, but it's growing, and it looks really good, so I'll show you that. But yep, I'm just really proud of her. I'm very excited. When it really starts getting huge, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her, but yeah, that we'll figure it out. It'll go someplace. We'll find a really nice home for it. But yep, that's her. She's beautiful. Putting back my Alocasia Portadora, and it occurred to me that I have never shown my Monstera Deliciosa, and I don't know, I got it as a very, very small plug from Orange Lake Nursery, one of my favorites, and it was probably, all of them were probably as big as this leaf, and it has grown for me wonderfully. It's again in the south facing window right next to the Portadora, love and life. And it hasn't fenestrated yet, which is okay. I'm patient, but yeah, I never showed it to you, and I love her. She's so cute, and she's getting really big and doing great. I did not actually put her on a moss pole. I put her on one of these cocoa koi poles, I think it is. I'm not really sure, but just for support, because I've heard that if you put them on a moss pole, they basically just, the aerial roots just grow right through the moss pole. So it's just better. They just basically want support. So I did. I just put her on a regular, I probably should extend it as well, but just a regular fake moss pole. I don't know really what it is. I think it's cocoa core. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right, but you know what it is. If not, I'll put it down in the description. I'll look up what it actually is called. But yeah, so that's her. So that's an update. Well, not really an update. That's a first time showing, but she is getting really much bigger, and I can't wait to see what she's going to do when springtime hits. But yep, that's her. Oh, you know what, I know what else I wanted to show is, I know I just did a reel on this one not that long ago, but look at this new leaf unfurling, and this is since I've taken it out of the cabinet, so it's not minding being out. I'm really excited. This is my gloriosum, by the way, my philodendron gloriosum. Philodendron gloriosum. And yeah, she's doing great. She really likes it outside of the cabinet, and I'm very happy. I was so nervous taking her out. She was tiny when I got her as well. She was probably, these are probably the size of the first leaves, and then and then this one looks like it's even going to be bigger. I'm very excited. We'll leave her here too. Let her hang out. And this is one of the alocasias that I wanted to show you, and this is its new leaf. This is my Alocasia Silver Dragon, and I got this off of the clearance rack from Lowe's. And I actually have another one that I got off the clearance rack at Lowe's, and that one is still in soil. I'm kind of doing a comparison. This one I got first though, and this one has been in pond, I want to say a month, and I just took it right out of the soil, rinsed off the roots, and put it right into the pond. I didn't let it hang out in water for a week or two. I just literally put it right in, and it browned. A few of the leaves right here browned a little tiny bit. I'm not sure if you can, oh yeah, and right here the tip of this one did, but the new growth is beautiful, and several of the other leaves did not brown at all. So I had a little bit of a transition problem, not a problem, but a little bit of a transition adjustment, let's say. And but it loves it, yeah. But this leaf is so beautiful. Love and life in pond. So that's that one. Here's an update on another one that I haven't shown in a while either, that is living in my Millsbow and loving life, is my Bromarx variegated philodendron, which I love. Got this from Orange Lake Nursery, I believe, and it came tiny, like they do. And the variegation on this is just lovely. I really like it a lot. It's so cute. So it's doing good in love and life. Really like it. For a variegated plant, it's very easy. She's not a drama queen at all. Highly recommend. The update is my Anthurium crystallinum. But you know, I'm looking at this and I see other people's crystallinums, and I'm wondering if I get sent a silver instead of just the regular. I don't really know enough about them to be able to say for sure, but the veining seems to really pop, where I've noticed other people when they show their crystallinum, it doesn't, it's not quite as popped as that. It's more the silver one, I believe it's called, but this is a newer leaf. I'm not sure if I've shown this since it's got this leaf, but it's out of the cabinet, and it is under my Barina lights that I got off Amazon, and it is loving life. This I'm not going to put in here just because of the puppies. That's that. She's beautiful. I love her. And this, so wait till I sit. Okay. So this one is my Pink Princess, and I got her, she was probably this big, the smallest leaf right here. She was probably about that size right there, and she has grown, loving life in the cabinet. And I don't know, she's got like a strange color to her. It's supposed to just be a regular Pink Princess, and this is one of the original leaves. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, but it has beautiful light pink color right here and right here on the edge. And there was another leaf, I believe, that had a little bit more splash of that really light, like ballerina pink almost, and it has fallen off. But then it started to turn this weird like orange color as it was growing. And so I'm not really sure what's going on. So I ended up ordering another Pink Princess. I should be getting it next week. I even get them shipped. And right now I think just the label has been printed for them, but they're anticipating it's going to get here next week. So we'll see. But it's going to be small again, so we'll see. But I don't know if it's my conditions that's causing it. It's right under my Barina light, literally like right under the light. And I hear that that's supposed to help bring the pink out a little more. And I don't know. I mean, it is pink. I don't know if it's, but it's such a weird color now. It's like, I don't understand. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not this beautiful bright pink. And I don't know if that's normal or if there's something going on with this plant. If you know and you're watching this and you made it this far in the video, please comment and let me know, because I really love her. I mean, I love her anyway, but I want her to really be that super pink color. And yeah, this leaf, when it came out, it's kind of weird. It's like got a weird, and there's no pests on it. I check all the time for pests, and there's no pests on it, so I'm not sure. But anyway, that's her. She's beautiful too. Different but beautiful. Unique but beautiful. But all right, I'll be back. I'll be back. So, oh, I'm on Stera. My tie is in the way. That's okay. This is my Alocasia Jacqueline, and it is still, I know you're going to look at it and go, that is minuscule. And it is. But believe it or not, it was even smaller than this when I first got it. It was probably, I don't know if you can see, but that leaf right there. It was probably, and I want to say there were leaves smaller than that one. And it just gave me this leaf, which is like giant, which is so funny to say, but it's giant compared. And it is just unfurling this leaf right here. And I am so happy. I got an aerial root coming out of here. I might actually wrap these in moss just to keep the aerial roots moist, but it's got some aerial roots coming out in the stems, and I couldn't be happier. Yeah, like I said, I was very disappointed in the size of it when I first got it, but it's growing slowly but surely. It is growing. Got one of my hairs. Okay, next one is my El Choco. I don't know, some people say Choco, some people say Choco. I don't know. I say El Choco because it's like chocolate. It reminds me of chocolate. Well, it doesn't remind me of chocolate. The word reminds me of chocolate, but I have recently put it on this pole, and it is in my Millsbo cabinet, and it is loving life. It has given me new leaf, and another new leaf is coming right here. So I'm very happy with this one. It's beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'll put that over there for right now. And this one is my Florida Ghost. And we had a little problem with the first one. I had received the first one I got from Green Escape. It was very bad looking when I took it out of the box. It was like melted almost. The leaves were almost transparent, and I tried as hard as I could to nurse it back to health, but the poor little thing died. So they sent me a new one. I took a picture of it. I showed them, and you know, they said yeah, it didn't do well in shipping, so they sent me another one. They added it with another order that I had put in, which I really appreciated, and here it is. She's doing great. Look at all the white leaves I have on. I know she doesn't have the funky shaped leaf yet, but that will come. But yep, she's in the cabinet. She's loving life. She's right under the Barina lights, and love her. Can't wait for the funky shape. Really excited. So yes, highly recommend those as well. Not very finicky. I watched back the video and I realized that when the camera shut off, it shut off when I was speaking about this. So I gotta cut this in to where it dropped before we start the next video. Anyway, okay. So 1 second. I just moved this beast out of the way. Okay. So this is my Monstera Thai Constellation, and I got this from Orange Lake Nursery, and I love it. I put it in pawn. I believe I had it for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, and I transferred it to pawn, and it's in my Millsbow cabinet, and it is really doing very, very well. It gave me this new leaf, and I'm not sure why the leaf is flipped upside down. It's right under my Barina lights in my cabinet, so I'm not really sure why it's upside down like that, but hey, it's doing its thing. Let it do its thing. It wants to flip, go ahead. And right underneath it is the next new leaf that I have, and it's, you know, it's coming right out of the stem. I am going to put it on a stake like I did with my other Monstera, not on a moss pole. I am going to stake it. But right now, it's kind of leaning up against the side of the Millsbow. Although now that the Veracosum is coming out of the Millsbow, I think it's going to be all right for me to stake it, you know, so it has its own, it has more room now. And it also has two really, really nice aerial roots right here. One is right here and the other one is right over here. So I'm really, really happy about the growth. This leaf, I'm not really sure what happened with it. This leaf, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, but I might cut that off. It's all brown on one side. I'm feeling that it probably got covered up by the Veracosum and, you know, wasn't getting enough light, and it's so humid in there that I think it just molded or rotted, or so I might just cut that little piece that's, you know, it's very flimsy, and it's really, like, that's what I think happened. It's translucent. Anyway, it's doing great though. I love it. I love it so much. I do have a Monstera elbow cutting in my golden greenhouse that I got from the Green Escape. I have never done a cutting before. It's in moss, and it isn't really doing anything as of yet. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but I don't want to take it out. But I will do an update on that one soon. But it's doing great, loving it, and I am going to put this back in the Millsbow, and I will probably, like I said, put it on a stake very shortly. Actually, I might do that now after I get off here before I put it back. But yep, loving life. Oh. Okay, so this is my it's my fingers anthurium. And this was teeny tiny again. I mean, I feel like I just say that all the time. Just know that all of my plants, when I get them, are teeny tiny. But yeah, it's given me some really good growth. And the leaves started out with, you know, just a very, sorry, the sun is pouring in, a really generic kind of shape of a leaf. Like that. And yeah, they're starting to get, the funkiness is coming out. They're starting to get the fingers. So I really have really great root system in there as well. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to take this with my my Clarinervium someday, and I'm going to mix it, and I'm going to make me my own Delta Force lookalike.
because I can't afford the Delta Force. But yep, she's doing great. Love her in the Millsbo, loving life. All right, this one I wasn't even going to show, but I went in to get another plant, and I noticed these two. These are in my golden greenhouse, which is in our dining room. So I don't really walk in there other than on days that I know that I need to water, or if I'm going in there for, you know, something else, just to check on the plants or whatever. But I haven't been in to check on them in a couple days because I just watered them over the weekend. So I knew that they were good. But this is my Malitzi. I don't know. It's a Frydek. I don't know what the new name for it is. I have to learn it, but honestly, this is a very new hobby for me. So the fact that I've already learned as many names of plants as I have is, I think, a pretty good thing. So anyway, this is my non-variegated, just my regular green. I am really wanting to get a variegated one, but I want to see how this baby does with me first. But I don't have to worry because this baby is loving life. I put her in pond. I put her in my golden greenhouse. So humidity stays around 80%. And look at my new leaf. That one might actually be a new leaf as well, but this one definitely is. And I love it. They are so pretty. And there's another leaf coming out right there. I hope you can see it. But yep. Another new baby, another new leaf. So that's exciting. And I came in there to get this, which needs to get trimmed up. It has a little bit of transitional dead leaves, but I just moved this into pond because it was not liking its life at all in soil. And it was right by a humidifier. It had very nice, I'm pretty much watering all my plants with distilled water now. But it was always getting distilled water, and it was living right near a humidifier, and it was still just not doing anything for me. It had stayed the same size. And as you can see, I have several new giant leaves. And if I can get my son to do the before I put it in pond picture and the picture of the size of it, you know, the size that I got it when I first got it. And this was one of the first plants I think I ever got shipped to me in my first order that I got from Orange Lake Nursery or anywhere online, but they were the first people that I actually was brave enough to try finally. I think I had things in my cart for a year. I just put things in there that I liked, and I was afraid to buy plants online because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I didn't know how they would travel, and I don't know, I just was very nervous. So I finally did, and this was in one of the first packs that I got, and I love it. But yep, definitely recommend Calathea in pond. I actually had some problems with my Rosie, and I transferred her to pond. She was doing beautifully. I don't know what happened to her. She wasn't in pond. She was just in soil, and she just started to just not close at night. And I checked her for pests. There's no pests, and her leaves are just curling, and I don't know, nothing changed. So I put her in pond, and so far no change. She still does not look good, so I'll keep you posted with that one. But this guy loves it, and I don't know why, because it's a rattlesnake. It's a guy, but yeah, I call him a guy. Anyway, he's a guy. So this next one is a big surprise for me because I did not see this coming. I went in to get the rattlesnake, and I noticed the new leaf on the Frydek, or the Mitsalixiana, I don't know, something like that. And I was like, oh my God, when did that happen? So this is my Alocasia Capri Red Secret, and look at that leaf. Look at the leaf. This is my hand. This is the leaf. It's giant. I mean, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. When I first got them, it was the leaf was this small. And now look at this. It's so cool. It's like alien-like, though. It's so funky looking. It really, really is really neat. I like it so much. Oh, I'm very happy I got it. I wasn't sure. I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's really going to float my boat, if it's up my alley or whatever, but wicked nice. I like it really a lot. So it has and look at the back. It has obviously Red Secret, right? But look at that back. It's like burgundy. Oh, it's so pretty. And the leaves, I don't know if it's going to show up on, I don't know if it's going to show up. I wonder if I put it more in, if I can find light. No. Oh, yep. I don't know if you can see it. It's almost like armor looking. Like not iridescent. I don't really know how to explain it, but I don't know. It's beautiful. I love it. So, yep. And I mean, I could keep going, but I really, this video was really just supposed to be me repotting my little baby anthurium, Wendling, I don't know how to say it. I'll put it on the screen. Wendlingerii, I don't know, Wendlingerii, something like that, but I'll put it on the screen. It was to repot it from from moss to pond. But it's still, I don't know, the roots, I'm not comfortable doing it yet. It's still such a baby. It's still too tiny. I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer. And then it ended up being like, oh, well, I'll just update you on a couple other, and it's been a long video. So if you're still watching, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And I know I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to go to put these guys away, and I'm going to go, oh, I should really show them this one too. But maybe I'll make that a part 2 of an update, because I know this is over a half an hour. But I mean, hopefully when my son edits, and thankfully my son, does do those things for me. So when he edits it, he'll probably cut it down, and he'll probably cut all this part out too. But anyways, speaking of that, I want to show you my new cabinet that my son put together for me, my oldest son. I have 2 sons, both equally wonderful. One is very handy with building and putting things together. So, he has helped me out with that. He's also very good with editing and helping me with my computer issues. So yeah, I talk about them a lot. The other one's very sporty, very good with helping me, with anything that I ask. He's just they're both really, really good boys. But he's in school and he's working, and I'm going to cut this all out too, because nobody cares. But anyways, just cut that out, Gray. All the stuff about you guys. Just that I have 2 great boys is great, and then cut it from there. But anyways, okay. Okay, that's it. I'm really going. Bye-bye.